This is a special in the field report with youth season going on all over the country. These are my two boys and the next door neighbor. You're going to want to hear this on Gun Talk Hunt.
I'm KJ. You found the right place. We go all over this little blue orb, sharing stories and tactics about chasing wild game. Now, let's get on the hunt. That's a field report. Welcome in, all you Gun Talk hunters. I'm your host, KJ, and today it's a special one because it's the neighborhood kids. I take them to youth season up in Oklahoma. Let's see how this plays out. It ought to be a good episode. But this episode is brought to you by Hodgdon Powders, Range Ready Studios, Remington Ammo, and Ruger Firearms. Now, you will notice something about this episode. If a GSP named Giacomo shows up, don't worry about it. This is an in the field report. But we're not in the field because we had to drive all night to get back here. Luckily, we got it covered. But this is an in the field report on this episode of Gun Talk Hunt.
All right, Jet, welcome in. And this is out in our backyard. You can tell we're not out in the field report, but this is right after, man, your last youth season. What do you think?
I've had better.
You've had better. What do you mean? Come on. It was youth season.
I mean, I got some on other youth seasons, but I wouldn't say it was the worst youth season.
I mean, but what does it mean for you to be your last youth season? Because now you're transitioning into a more expensive tag, because youth season tags are always less expensive on me. But what does it mean for you to be this is your last youth season?
I mean, I guess it's a point of transition, I'm not just a little kid going with his dad hunting. I'm actually starting to go on as a guy that wants to go on his own hunting,
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of surreal for me, because you're my oldest, and it's surreal for me to be on this end of it, seeing you grow up and being man, you were I think you were 5 years old when you first went out with me, and it was a turkey hunt, and it was great.
I remember that, yeah.
You do? Holy crap, I can't remember. I can't believe you remember that. But, to see you grow into the hunter that you are now is really cool. And you've got your own gun and you're kind of your own outfit and just everything. You're doing stuff on your own, which is encouraging for me. How is it to hunt on your own?
I really like hunting on my own. I mean, of course, hunting with you and Knox sometimes is fun. But I like being out there on my own, just kind of it kind of clears things up for me. It's a very therapeutic experience, Yeah. It's just nice being out there in nature. And then, actually getting something on your own is fun too. I really like that too.
Yeah. So this youth season, a big one, your last one, we're successful. We're going to be successful on this. We want to be. Didn't work out that way. Spoiler alert. So I go down early season. We get the feeders up running for you guys. And the reason I do that, and you'll transition out of it. You'll transition from hunting on feeders to now you're not, because I want you to get used to seeing deer and being the opportunity for success is a little bit more likely for you, and deer are set up, they're feeding, they're in a relaxed state. But you're going to transition out of hunting out of feeders, I think, one day. One day you're going to go, you know what? Let's not hunt. Let's hunt them in their element. But this one, you were laying on the ground. So we drove basically all night. We got there at about 12:30 in the morning, set up camp. So we got to bed around 1:15 or so in the morning. Woke up at about 5 o'clock in the morning, got around. I went out and dropped you off real early because I had other people to drop off, and then I was playing guide. I was kind of shifting people around. But walk us through when I dropped you off, got you set up, and you're sitting there in the dark all by yourself. What's going through your mind?
Well, I took a small nap for 20 minutes. I found out through the drool on my on my blanket. Yep. That's how I found out I fell asleep. But then it started raining, and then I started to get really cold. And then I started to like not have fun during that. Like, it's not very. I wouldn't say I enjoyed just sitting there in the cold very much.
Well, and to be fair, like it wasn't necessarily cold because when I left camp and I didn't think it was going to rain because I didn't look at the radar before we went out, or I would have been like, hey, you need to pack extra stuff. Oh, hey, by the way, you may want to take your rain jacket because it was back at camp. But I should have, like, I guess I should have checked that. But like, you haven't had a lot of like foul weather hunts. You've had cold hunts, but not a lot in the rain.
Yep, nope, not in the rain. This is my first.
Didn't like it?
If I were better prepared and mentally knew, oh yeah, it's gonna rain, but you know. And I was just kind of sitting there with a blanket over me, and then, like I think it was like an hour in.
Yeah.
And then I had the blanket over me, and
you're just laying on the ground. There is no blind.
Yeah, prone.
Yeah, prone. Like, I mean,
raw to the elements.
Yes, raw. Like, I like that. It's raw to the elements.
And every once in a while I'll like check under it and see if there's anything out there.
Right.
And this time there's a troop of bucks out there. And
so a bachelor group.
Yeah.
Of bucks. Yeah.
And I was like, well, I might as well make my shot on these.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I don't want to like, oh, well, there are some bucks. I don't think I'll get them.
But I do have to say, no spoiler alert here, but it's a sign of things to come that within that, there was a good one in there. Because I think it was the exact same group of bachelor bucks. And one of the hunters coming up on the podcast had a shot at one of them. I'm not going to give any more away. You're going to have to tune in later.
Yeah.
So, all right. Bad elements, a bachelor group shows up. They're mingling around the feeder. What do you do next?
Well, obviously, I got on my 6.5 Creedmoor.
Mm-hmm.
So a bit of context beforehand, which I didn't mention. I ranged it, but mind you, we came in at like 4 to 5.
Yeah, it was early in the morning.
So clearly it was dark, and clearly I didn't range correctly.
But I do want to say that I did tell you it's like 150, 200 yards. I did say that.
You did say that.
But mine was elsewhere.
Yeah, but like I just saw the binoculars. I was like, okay, they say 300 yards. I'm ranging it to 300 yards. And as he said before, it was 150 yards. So I made my shot. I was also shivering from cold and buck fever. And like I actually did make that shot and I was on it. But I like flew over it because of that overranging.
Yeah. And I mean, it happens. Like I've always told you, like, hey, look, like you do this long enough, and I've seen you make some amazing shots. Like I've seen you make some really good shots on some deer at further distances. I'm always reminded of one of the last times that we hunted together, like 2 or 3 years ago, probably 3 years ago now. You made a 1/4-2 shot, perfect on a deer, dropped him within 10 yards, and that was like 260 yards. So like you can shoot, but like you just ranged him wrong. You dialed your scope to 1, which is what I told you. I was like, hey, if you get like round 300, subtract 2, you should be like really close. And that just wasn't the case there.
Right.
It just didn't work out.
But that stuff happens.
Oh, it does. Well, I guess to provide context, a little bit more like in-depth knowledge of this, like what are some of the takeaways that you would advise, youth hunters that are transitioning to those adult years of hunting in maybe harsh conditions?
Please be patient. I mean, I wasn't very patient. Like I knew it was dark. I knew that I was in the best conditions, and I knew that I couldn't really properly see out of my scope too. Yeah. I know. It sounds like I'm throwing every single excuse at the book. Like, it was raining. The scope was weird. My
rangefinders were off.
My rangefinders were, I know, but like, It was actual stuff that happened.
Yeah, no, it does, and it happens. Like we get excited, we get those nerves running,
Yeah,
and you just want to go.
They were definitely gonna stay for a little longer.
Yeah,
And
so
I
maybe
could've-
could have let the sun.
Yeah,
get
I
up a little more.
I could have waited for better conditions because there was a brief period of time where it stopped raining. I'm pretty sure they would have stayed for that period.
Yeah,
And not to mention, after like I shot, I was like, okay, well, I'm going over to the track for blood.
yeah,
There was no blood.
right,
So I probably could have, if I waited, they probably would have come back. But
right, because you're shooting a suppressor. I think the gear that you're using is a Razor scope from Vortex, those are great scopes. Like the more I play with those, I love them. Christensen Ridgeline FFT scope or gun in 6.5 Creedmoor, like you said, and then your suppressor. You like shooting suppressed?
I do.
Much better.
It's just how I like shooting, you know.
And how's your confidence level with the gun? Like, what would you say on a scale of, like, let's say 1 to 10? What like, if conditions were correct, and what are your?
Okay, if conditions were correct, I would say like an 8. But like my confidence with the gun while out there, I was like already like with a level of like a 6,
Yeah,
maybe a 7. But yeah.
Well, things happen, and you never know what's going to happen in the field. Conditions can turn. You got to be prepared, right?
Right.
And we had talked about that one time before on a podcast, right?
we have.
All right. Let's jump in here. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we've got another hunter who this might be his first buck.
You want speed, stability, and temp taming performance? Meet Winchester Stayball 6.5, the world's first temperature-insensitive ball powder from Hodgdon. Great for 6.5 Creedmoor, 270 Winchester, and even your trusty old 30-06. Hey, here is a tip for you. This powder flows really smoothly. You'll get ultra-consistent charges through your thrower, perfect for high-volume reloaders chasing that precision. It's Stayball 6.5, smooth, stable, and smoking fast. Woo! When the shot matters most, clarity counts. The Zeiss Conquest 4 delivers unmatched precision, crystal clear glass, and rugged dependability. Built for hunters who chase perfection from the first light to the last. From whitetails to western ranges, trust your hunt to Zeiss. The Conquest V4, confidence through clarity. See your hunt differently at zeiss.com/hunting and find all those woo moments. Tired of your range time being just mag dumps and Instagram flexing? Enter Range Ready Training, where Director of Awesomeness and everything else, Chris Serino, turns keyboard warriors into actual warriors. Or something like that. Pretty dang close, I would say. Yeah, the guy's been there, done that. Pistol, check. Rifle, check. Yeah, we got it all. Force on force, we do that every now and then too. Bring your bruises, instructor development. Welcome to the Thunderdome of learning. It's more than training, it's range ready because real life doesn't come with a respawn button. Looking to level up your hunt and tighten up those groups? Well, look no further than Remington Ammo. Yeah, the stuff in the green box is super accurate, and they've got everything from hunting ammo all the way to NRL like match ammo. So check those out. Remington Premier, from Premier Tip AccuTip to match grade ammunition, all in that green box you love, you trust, and you adore. Find it all at remington.com. Looking for a rifle that's short, sharp, and way more precise than you on your best day? Meet the Ruger American Gen 2 Scout, the Gun Talk Edition. This thing's compact powerhouse, dressed in Cryptek Obscura Nox camo with a smoked bronze Cerakote finish like Tactical Fashion Week, but with more recoil. Chambered in 5.56 NATO or 308, it's got a threaded barrel, installed high comb, and the kind of accuracy that forgives your bad decisions. At least the ballistic ones. You can find it at guntalkscout.com.
All right, we're back. We've got Peyton. You're my next door neighbor.
Mhm.
What's it like living across the street from me?
It's pretty funny seeing all the packages coming in all the time.
Whoa. Don't say something like that. Come on, you're throwing me under the bus here.
It's pretty cool because, like, just because you know how to do everything, So it's like the good advice and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can already tell we're gonna have a great interview. So this is you went out with us before season started, and you got everything ready. You went out and set up the feeders, and you did all the cool stuff. So tell me, what was your first impression of Oklahoma?
I thought it was I was kind of surprised that there was deer here because there was like no trees or anything. And I thought it was like really cool, and the weather was nice because it's like real hot here, but it was nice, and like it got hot during the day, but the breeze made it feel nice.
Nice. Awesome. All right. So so this is your first time going to Oklahoma to hunt, and it's a different thing. So when we were out there and we were filling the feeders, we got a chance, and you were shooting the Sig Cross, and it's outfitted with a Leupold Mark V HD. But this is awesome. I got you on the range, and here again comes Giacomo. He wants attention. So I got you out on the range to shoot the gun before season started. So what do you think?
I thought it was a very like nice gun and it was really quiet, and the recoil wasn't hard at all. It was like smooth. The trigger, like the two touch trigger, was really nice, and it just like seemed like it could kill something.
Oh yeah, and it's dialed in. You felt comfortable. How far did you shoot that day?
500.
Yeah, 500 yards. And what's interesting about that is so before season and everything, and before we got to season, like I went out and shot the guns again, make sure they're on and make sure they're clean, make sure they're good to go. A lot of that stuff on the gun was like loose because I was like we're hitting stuff, but we're not like it's not right, and it was able to tighten the group up. But always note to self, note to you guys out there, always check the screws on your gun and everything, make sure everything's tightened down, because if you're getting like bigger groups and you don't think it's right, something might be loose. So all right, let's come to you season. We get there late at night. We set up camp. Let's fast forward, because your first hunt rained out.
Yeah.
Nothing, didn't see anything. You saw cow pies, cows, and the inside of a boxcar. Is that about right?
And a couple birds.
And a couple birds. What kind of birds? Crows or something?
Yeah.
All right. So I switched you stands because you've shot deer before, but hadn't shot a buck yet. So I set you in where Jet just missed a big deer. And I think it was, I don't know if it's that big, but if it's the one that is coming up later in this series, is pretty big. So talk to me. I switched you stands, and we went out early in the afternoon. We set up a blind for you to get you close. I think it was like 120 yards. Is that about right?
128.
128. All right. So walk me through your hunt.
So we were kind of getting there, and we didn't see anything for about the first 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
And right whenever it's like about to hit sunrise, my dad sees a buck come in from the left, and I get up on the gun, and he's broadside, and he walks behind the feeder. So my dad said, just wait a second, and he'll come back to the right. So he came back to the right, and then I shot him. And I remember my dad said he heard like the bullet hit him, and then we saw him run to the right. And that night we couldn't find him because we found guts in the blood.
Yep.
So then the next morning we got the dog out and we found him.
So, man, there's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot. So I got the call that says you shot, because I couldn't hear you because you're shooting suppressed, which is great. I love shooting suppressed. So I got there, and your dad was very confident he ran down this way and he lost sight of him. And so you and Knox started walking. I started walking. And then your dad had said, hey, we set a pack down there with blood. And he like pulled me aside and was like, hey, it's not a lot of blood. And I'm like, ugh. I'm like, okay. I'm like, that's not ideal. But so what was funny about it was I was like, hold on. So we started walking down. We started walking down. We were surveying the area. And I decided, you know what? Let's go look at that blood. Because there's a lot that the blood at the impact can tell us. There's a lot. I mean, whether it's a lung hit, guts, liver, anything like that. So I walk back up and I look, and there's a little glob about like that big, about an inch and a half wide. And I knew immediately, okay, that deer's gut shot. it turned out it was more liver hit. There was a little bit more liver. So you got a little bit of both.
Yeah.
So, and then your dad asked me, I was like, we're pulling out. We're not going to look for it tonight. What was that like for you that night? Were you like, okay, well, we'll just find it in the morning?
Well, I thought it was better because, I just thought we were just going to keep pushing him down. And, I thought he was just going to keep going down. And I was just kind of okay with it because I didn't really think he was dead that night.
Yeah. See, now you had a different reaction than your dad did because your dad was like, I would have pushed him. I would have kept going, to find him. But not the case. Not what we needed to do. If you get a gut shot deer, usually the best thing to do is let them lay overnight, let them stiffen up, let them sit there and let them die. That is what happened. Thank goodness we backed out.
Yeah.
Because then your dad asked me, he was like, hey, do you know anybody with guys with dogs around here? And I was like, I have no idea. Turns out, like, there's a whole network of people who do this, like a guide dog tracker association, something like that. We called the guy and he's like, hey, we'll come out at 9:00 and look for him. And it was what was really hopeful for me. I think the best thing that we did was when I got back and I was looking and I was changing my pants for the night and getting into my sleeping shorts, there was blood on the side of my pants. And so I was like, okay, he's bleeding good, because I walked through taller grass and that blood had brushed up against my pant leg. And so I was like, okay, we were on the right track. I think we did the right thing. 9:00 turns out, the guy comes up, his dog's running around. I'm walking up the hill, and the funniest thing, I'm like, is that the deer?
Yeah, I just remember you going, oh, there's your deer. And then we walked over to it, and it was like the coyotes got to it.
Yeah.
So, but it had a pretty big body on it.
It was a huge body. It was a great deer. I mean, it was a solid 8-point, a good Oklahoma deer. I was really proud of you and the way you handled it, because I wouldn't have been able to stand it, because we wanted to push that. We would like to push that deer and to find it quick, but the best thing to do was back out.
Yeah, because I don't think so. He ran down that like little washout and then he ran back up it, and that's where he died. So I think if we kept pushing him, he just would have kept running. So.
Yeah, he probably would have went. We may have not found him. The dog probably would have found him eventually. But what happened was, I mean, the deer was in an obvious place where if we would have looked that night, you'd have been like, how would you have missed that? But it was amazing. That dog was running around, and he wouldn't go near the deer. And the guy told us, do you remember what he told us? He said that it was the coyotes. He was tracking because the coyotes had run him all over that area. And they killed him right up there. So he didn't bed there.
Yeah, they said the coyotes got to him and killed him there.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. So what was the feeling like after that?
Like after I killed him and everything?
Yeah, after you got your hands on him.
I was like, this is like, I've never touched a buck, like in a field, dead. And I thought like, dang, this is like pretty cool. And I remember like everybody was there, and it was just like it was a really like cool moment and feeling, just, holding up antlers for the first time.
Well, I know. And I'm not going to give anything away, but like we only had one more hunt to get one down. And man, congratulations on your first buck, man. You did a great job. I think your shot, you killed it. That's what we want. But next year, we've already decided we're all going to go out to the range more. I hope you're coming back. You're always welcome.
Want to.
You're always welcome to come back. Maybe we'll get him out in November. Maybe November. That would be fun. Then we'll just let you and Knox hunt together.
Yeah.
That would be horrible.
It'd be loud.
Well, I can't wait to get you back out. I know we're going to have a lot of fun.
Thank you.
All right, Knox.
Yes?
Is this how you're going to talk?
I feel like it, yeah.
All right. So this is your first season taking a friend hunting.
Yes, it is.
So talk to me a little bit about Peyton.
So he's very annoying. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, he's good. Make fun of each other, like that's what friends do.
Right. That's what friends do.
Yeah.
All right. So what was it like taking him to Oklahoma first?
It was good. To be honest, I just wanted him to shoot a deer, a buck.
Preferably that would be it, right?
Yes.
I mean, so what were you most excited to show him in Oklahoma?
To show him
Because this is his first time.
to show him the best place ever.
Which is
Brahms.
Brahms.
Yes. To show him Brahms.
They are not a sponsor. So
No sponsor.
So what advice did you give him? I'm kind of curious about like when you two would talk alone about going to Oklahoma, what advice were you giving him or tips?
Well, stay on the gun if you shoot. Like, don't go like poke your head up like, oh, do I get it? Like that.
You were telling him more shooting tips rather than what to order at McDonald's.
Oh,
or
and Brahms. Well, I did do that. Like, hey, listen, what I need you to do is get the ice cream at Brahms.
Get the ice cream at Brahms. That's a good tip. I guess that's a good as tip as any.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you went out there, helped fill feeders with us. Like you shot.
Yeah.
What was your comfort level with the gun? Because you were shooting my custom, like my competition gun, basically.
Well, see, I felt really good with that gun because, well, I already shot a bear with it.
True. All right, that's fair.
So
you shot a lot of things with that gun.
I have.
Yes.
Oh.
Like
well,
you've shot some deer with that gun.
Okay. So yeah, I felt comfortable with it. Yeah.
So, give me, like, shooting suppressed versus unsuppressed. Where do you land?
Suppressed.
Why?
Well, because I don't like getting in my ears, like when someone shows up, like, hey, look, there's something over there, and then like I'm just scrambling to get my ears in. I'm just like,
oh, so you don't like to put your earplugs in or your ear.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Like,
right, that makes some more sense.
Because in Canada, when like the bear showed up, like, so I was like, Grandpa, there's a bear, and he was like getting the gun ready, and I'm just over there trying to get my ears ready, and I could barely see. So like I was like trying to check like which one's right, which one's left, and then like some of them I would be like, oh, it's not in tight enough, and yeah.
Yeah. All right. So walk me through the first few sets you had with me. Let's talk about the rainy set and the cow set. So what were those sets like? So we had one where we were sitting in the rain, and then another one where we were bombarded by cows.
Yes. So we were just going hunting, but we didn't think it was gonna rain. I don't.
Right.
Well, at least I didn't think. I don't know about you.
I didn't know.
So we were just hunting. It was going good, except then I felt a little drop on my head. Like, and then nothing. Like, that happened all the time. And we kept going, and then it started pouring a bit when I was trying to sleep.
Oh, well, we don't want to bother your sleep, do we?
Yeah. Don't bother me while I'm sleeping. And so I was just sleeping, but then it started pouring on us. We thought we could power through it. No. We had to head to the truck.
Yeah, so we sat in the truck. We ended up seeing a deer, or we saw 3 deer.
Yes.
And we ended up not being able to get on them because they were too far away. The wind was wrong. Well, then that afternoon, so you learned that Jet had missed.
Yes.
And then that evening, we get, and it's hot. It's really hot and it's windy.
Girls.
And then there was cows.
Yeah, so we were trying to hunt, and like we found like an okay spot, not the best spot, but okay. And then like we saw a bit of cows, and I was like, they won't bother us probably, because usually they're like scared of us.
Right.
No, they were all up in our face like, hey. And I was like, these cows just leave us alone. We're trying to hunt. Because I was worried something will come up behind the cows, and like I would accidentally just shoot a cow.
Oh, no, we do not want that.
Yeah, we don't.
But it would be good. It would taste good.
Yeah, but if it was 1, 4, or what was it, 80 something?
Oh, 89, 4, or 1.
Yeah.
Those are the cows that we have earmarked, and they have ear tags in them that they may get eaten at the end of the year because they were knocking over our trail camp.
Yeah. I would be happy if I shot one of those ones.
All right. Okay, so moving forward, now you learn that Peyton has shot one. What goes through your mind?
So he texted me, he long shotted it, and I was like, that's a good shot. He should be dead.
What that's good.
But I didn't know he didn't not long shot it. He
Right.
gut shot it. So, but all I thought was he long shot it and it's going to be easy to find.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
It wasn't. We tried to find, me and Payne went off, like, a completely opposite direction from you guys. And we were like, can't see anything. And so, yeah, it wasn't the best. So, you asked me to, like, you gave me a number, I'd put it in and, like, so write it down so you
Yeah.
could, like, call it.
Call a guy for a number.
Yeah.
Hey, don't tear up our chairs. Don't tear up our chairs.
Sorry.
Quit picking on it. So, all right. So we don't find it. We go back to bed. Then we hunted the next morning.
Yes.
Talk to me about that.
So, we were hunting with you, me, and Jet.
Yeah.
And I was shooting first because I'm the only one who hasn't shot.
Right. Which is fair.
And we think that the same group that came for Jet that he missed came. And like you just woke me up and like,
Again, waking you up.
yes. And I was like, and I got up pretty fast and we were like, wake up slow. There are a ton of bucks. And I'm like, bucks. And I thought they were just does or something.
Yeah.
But no, it's like 3 bucks, right?
Oh, no. It was like 6. There was like $6 there.
And so I was getting ready for the gun, and you were like, "Can you see it?" And I'm like, "No, I can't see it. Where is it?"
Which now he has glasses.
Yes. So now I can hopefully see it. And then like I thought I saw there was like and earlier I was like using my binoculars,
Yeah.
and I saw this like blob. It was like same. We were in the same spot where Payne shot.
Yeah.
And so I saw this blob. I thought it was. This is like after I saw the thing. This is unrelated.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that Payne's deer? No. Because I thought it was just a shadow.
Right.
It was Payne's deer.
Yeah. So you kind of found that you kind of had eyes on it before anybody else. So take us into the shot.
Okay.
So you find the deer, and I'm going to say there was a good deer.
I know, okay? You don't have to beat me up about it. So, like, I was thinking, my brain was like, hey, you have to make a perfect shot. And, like, I was aiming for, like, a tiny spot right here. Like, super small. Not even the size of a penny, probably.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, yeah, that's a good shot.
Uh-huh.
I shot, and I literally shot right under it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw it. So what he's doing and what he's describing is he's not aiming for right behind the shoulder. He was aiming for like the heart, which is lower, in a small crease. Like that's where he was aiming. And that's what I found out after he was shooting, because I was watching on the trigger cam. I was trying to watch, and I knew like immediately that you had missed, because the deer kind of popped up and he just kind of stood there like, what just happened?
Yeah. And so then Jet got on the gun.
Yeah.
He saw them like over there, but like, didn't you say that you didn't think he had a shot in it, but he did?
Yeah. I didn't think he was
Yeah.
aimed up correctly, and he had him in his sights, and he was fixing to press the trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And I like kind of almost pulled him off the gun to like try to line him up, but I should have just trusted him.
Yeah. And so later on, you said, hey, want to go like where the deer's resting spots are? And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure. Because like we didn't have anything better to do.
Right. We were just waiting around till 9 o'clock till the dog patrol came in.
Yeah. We were walking around, and I thought you saw a ton of deer like at a place.
Yeah.
And you were going to them. Did you?
No. Like I knew the direction they were headed, and I knew
Yeah.
the area that they would be in. I just didn't see them.
Because like you kept scoping and going like there, and I'm like, okay, over there, and I thought you saw it.
Oh no.
And then we eventually did see a coyote. You shot it,
Yeah.
and I found its blood earlier.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you saw it.
And then we came back, and you saw the deer. And this is what, and then like you pointed out to the guy who like had the dog, and and this is what he said. Wait, no, let the dog find it.
And I was like, but I found it. Give me a brownie or a cookie or something.
Yeah, like that's mine. I found it. And so, me and Peyton, this is what we said. Man, that bullet did a number on that deer because all the coyotes got to it.
Yeah, because the guys basically took off the back half of the deer.
It was mainly Payne's idea, and yeah.
How did it smell? So you're giving Peyton credit for the joke that he told, that you retold.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
And so, I'm glad that he shot a deer, but
what was the feeling like once we've had the deer and it's his first buck?
It felt good. And so, something that while you guys were skinning it, me and Peyton were just doing stuff, and you threw its face at us.
Because I'd skinned it out, and I was just messing with you. I almost hit Peyton with it.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's funny. And so, you guys finished skinning it. You threw the body off a cliff.
Yeah, for the cows to eat, because after that, the meat's not really good.
Yeah.
Because you got to thank gut shot, and then the coyotes have been eating on it. So, and that's, I think, the biggest thing that I wish Peyton would have is a taste of Oklahoma deer. He got a taste of what it's like to hunt them, but now we got to take him back and get him on one so he can eat it.
Yes, he does. So, yeah.
And that's it, right?
Yeah, fun trip.
Those kids surprise me every single time. And in that field report, what I'm taking away from it in my final notes is, man, you're going to have some highs and lows on these youth hunts. And they're usually all highs. Misses are going to happen. If you hunt long enough, you're going to encounter a few of them along the way. But as long as you take in like the atmosphere and the energy that kids bring to a hunt, I don't think that's something you're going to get rid of. So just hold on to them like you do your own kids. Hold on to those memories, and you'll have a blast in the field. That's it for us. All you Gun Talk hunters, you know what to do. Keep those muzzles pointed in a safe direction, and always be on the hunt.